starting again. I don't know. Did we go before? We just, okay. Yes. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi, 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 hi. This is Audrey. You are watching Moving Forward, exclamation point, with Audrey now. I thought we started 15 minutes ago. If you know me at all, you know I'm very, very, very good. I am A1 at certain things. Tech, yeah, like that. And I'm right now the it. Okay, so I hope you are seeing this. It says live, not just going live. So here we are. The guides have told me I'm only allowed to do spiritual stuff here. I am not allowed on this show to comment on politics. And you know I have stuff to say. So I am going to recommend instead that you look at a YouTube amazing show by this amazing person who I watch her stuff, Marianne, Revealing Light slash Tarot, Astrology, Spirituality. She will do the politics as well as others. I will do this. So let us start. Sit comfortably. You've got a good hour here, maybe a little more. We're generous with the time. So get comfortable. If you're watching a child or you're using a knife, like cutting up an apple or a banana or whatever you might be doing, um, if you're driving, pay attention to that. Otherwise, sit back, relax, have your back supported. I have a pillow here. And if you can, take off your shoes. I apologize. I have shutters here that are opening and closing. I am in Costa Rica and I cable cast from my personal domain here. Um, and now we will do, forget just, it's more than a justice, justifying, but just like making less than, no, 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 no. We are uplifting, 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 uplifting. There is no making less than. That's no. So allow yourself to be comfortable. And we'll do some simple breathing. We're doing KISS. Keep it simple, sweetie. Keep it simple. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Release, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And feel. Send love to every part of your body. Think of anything that you love, a fuzzy kitten, a little puppy, your baby, your beloved, a sunrise, a sunset, an orgasm, whatever it may be that has you feel light. And now we're going to do the lifting process that I learned some years back with Patricia Hayes, different from Louise Hay. So I will be channeling energy to you. I am a channel. I'm a lot of things, okay? Know that you are made of light. We all are. People may forget that or act completely differently than that. That doesn't mean they're not made of that. But if people choose to darken themselves in a negative way, we're all learning. And that's part of what we're going to be dealing with in this particular show, podcast, whatever you want to call it. Breathing golden light into your heart. Can you see? Into your heart center. You can put your hands on your heart center and release. Breathe in shining white light into your heart. Hold and release. Let go. Breathe in fuchsia light all around your heart chakra. Actually, your whole upper body, your whole chakra system, and your physical body, which it goes way, way beyond. And as you breathe, allow yourself to get higher and higher, lighter and lighter, freer and freer. You're getting higher, higher, lighter, freer. This is natural. You don't have to do anything. You allow it. You can focus on it and simply feel. You're getting higher and higher, lighter and lighter, freer and freer. Higher, lighter, freer, lighter, lighter. Higher, freer, higher, lighter, freer. You may pause and allow yourself to be in this space, enjoying the energy and vibration as your being stays and gets higher and lighter and freer. I shall be silent so you can enjoy your sojourn here. And if you choose, you can send that healing light to any part of your body or your life that you may choose. Now, slowly and softly, as you feel ready, keeping your eyes closed, you may gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. You may gently begin to move your hands and your feet. Yes, I'm doing it slowly and easily. You may begin to pat and move your body slowly and easily. And when your head is facing forward, upright on your body, you may gently and slowly, at your own pace, begin to open your eyes. And notice how you feel. Feel lighter, higher, and freer? Practice this. Make this part of your daily practice. It is for me. Okay, sometimes I do it much longer, sometimes shorter, because I'm not constrained by time on a podcast or anything like that. This is your life. You choose. If you choose to do nothing, that's also a choice. If you choose, like I'm mostly organic food, as much as I can possibly get and afford. And even when I can't, my money is whatever, I still get organic. I just don't get as much or the many different kinds You make a decision. You make a decision as to the disposition of your life and your being. I don't make that. I make it for this one and anyone who chooses to work with me. But you make the decision. And do I always want to do? No. No, now and then I stay in bed and I do the breathing attunements as I'm lying in bed, but I do them. I do them. And you'll find as you practice and your energy literally shifts, your go to place, which might have been one of nerves and upset and blah, 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 becomes more peaceful. And I'm a living embodiment of that. And if I can do it, and I'm a Cancerian woman with an Aries ascendant, which is feelings galore, Cancerian in Vedic astrology and in Western astrology. I understand feelings. I cannot get away from them. I have them. And I'm glad for that. For people who don't want to feel, what are you, a robot? I mean, honestly, if you don't know how to deal with your feelings, for heaven's sakes, take the Morph course. AUDRYENOW.com/morph, MORPH. And you'll grow. And if people choose not to grow, I've learned there's not much I can do if you don't want to grow. That's your choice. But if you choose to, there's many different ways to do it. And these are some of them. And there are other people and other podcasts and other entities and other beings and on the earth, off the earth, from other vibrations, from other dimensions. This is the time, baby. And it's your choice. So our affirmation for today is, I emanate light and love wherever I am. Say it, feel it, be it, and allow it. I emanate light and love wherever I am. Whew. And if you're going to ask me, am I that every moment? No, now and then I'm not. Now and then I'm angry or I'm upset or the feelings are. I have to get hold of them. I have to shift them in the moment. I have to understand why I'm feeling, where it's coming from, what I'm learning from it, how to disperse it, how to uplift it, which is some of what I am going to be teaching now. So if anyone thinks that it's all like totally easy for me or anyone else, no, it's a practice, it's a way of life. And then it becomes easier and easier. And at a certain point, it becomes just about impossible, if not out and out impossible, to be walking around like that. If and when I find that that's the energy that I seem to be dealing with inside myself, and yes, it happens. My Mars is in Leo. I'm a passionate person in everything. My ascendant is Aries in what is it in Vedic? Okay, so in Vedic, my ascendant is Pisces, and I think my Mars is either still Leo or Cancer. So feelings, okay. And right now, Mars is in Cancer. And when it was squaring my ascendant, it was a hard time for me. It was really difficult. Right now, I'm very happy because Mars in Cancer is sextiling my moon. Yes, so it's easier for me. I don't know about you. You want an astrology reading? Contact me. I still do readings. Go to the website, Audrye Now, AUDRYENOW.com, or better yet, email me, AUDRYENOW@gmail, or moving forward now 22 at gmail. I'll answer one or the other. I'm still getting used to this. I told you this is a learning journey for me. It is. Okay, so what else did I say I was going to teach? The wisdom teaching. So I said, and I'm going to teach you ways to deal with. If you're feeling angry, if you're feeling frustrated, if you're upset about some of what's going on the planet, and yes, I have been, no question, definitely. I felt like some of my own energy about this was pulling me apart. And I would use language that wasn't always the prettiest language. And yes, I know that language. I know it well enough. So I don't need you to teach me and all of that. So, one, practice breathing attunements, practice the lifting process, which we did already. When you do the affirmation, I am the living light, be that. Do you know what you are? Do you have any idea what you are? Do you only identify with third dimension? Is that what you think? That we're a physical body, which we have that in the third dimension. Look, okay, but has been demonstrated through quantum physics. And I'm a metaphysician, not a physicist, but have I read some and studied them? Of course. It's what's happening now and beyond. We are shifting into higher dimensions. Do I read other channels? Yes, yes. I learn from everyone. I learned from Marianne of, what is it? Healing Light, Tarot, Astrology, Spirituality. I wanted to give you, and follow her. Okay, follow me too. Oh, yes, follow, follow, follow. Like this, follow this. And remember, let me remind everybody, this is for entertainment purposes. I'm a healer. All this is for entertainment purposes. And notice who you hang out with. What are their belief systems? Are they constantly negative and complaining? When I was a kid, we called them kvetches. If that's what you're doing, stop it. I said that to somebody, and another friend of mine didn't want to talk to me anymore for a while because he said I wasn't coming from my heart. I was coming from my head. I might have been. I have reached a point right now, and it could have been Mars squaring my ascendant, which right now it's not because it's at 17. When it was at 13 or 14, yeah, it was squaring my ascendant. I was, okay. But I've been doing this a long time. You may not have been. So when I say really get in touch with your feelings and learn how to express them in a positive way, I mean that. If you repress them, that's what some people think. Oh, I'll just repress that. Smoosh. You can't. Feelings are energy in motion. And if you don't understand where they're coming from, why you have them, if they're part of your genetic karmic patterning, look at your family, especially your biological family, and or the people you hang out with or have raised by or in the same home. Do they have similar patterns? Is that a pattern you are picking up, and you will? Whatever physicist word you may want to use, one picks that stuff up. We do affect one another. Absolutely, no question. Decide what you want to do. You can release things. You can refuse to accept certain things. What are you watching on TV or podcasts? Are you watching violence? Stop. It's not exciting. It's actually effing boring, at least to me. If you find watching people get killed, if you think killing and hurting and maiming is exciting, there's a misconnection in your brain. There is a misconnection in your energetic frequency. If you've been hit while you were growing up, and I was a couple of times with a strap, I did not like it. Okay, at all. And I literally, when I was 15, lifted my hand to slap my mother. That is not a good thing. And I was going to go, what? And as I moved my hand, it got slower and slower and slower till when I reached her face, and I did, It was a combination of caress, and a bit of that slap energy was still there. Because I'd been hit with a strap, I think 3 times. That was my limit for lying about cheating on a diet. And did I cheat? Yes. Did I lie? For sure. Was it obvious? Yes. Did I know it was obvious? Yes. Did I do it anyway? Yes. Was that addictive behavior? For sure. So I understand addiction, although I have not had the quote unquote regular addictions. I was addicted to sugar before we had any knowledge that sugar was addictive. And as I said, I was 15, and I was 15, when I was 15, 1967, going back a few years when this was not quite the conversation. No, 1957. I was 15, 5, 6, 7. In 1957, in the 60s, I was doing a whole other thing. I was in my 20s, exploring many, 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 many things that were then going on. And yes, I explored. And I'm glad I did. And I learned and stopped certain explorations. I learned what I needed to know. So, yeah. So, coming back to you and any anger, rage, this and that, if you're not liking some of what's going on in the world, if you are a United States person, I'm in Costa Rica now. They don't like if I say if you're an American, because they are Americans too. They are Latin Americans. They think it's hubris for people from the United States to be the only ones who think they're American. No, that's North American. And it's a particular kind of, so I'm looking for a short way to say US citizen, because that just doesn't ring for me. So I'm still playing with that. If you got suggestions, let me know. And the United States is in a bad way right now, in my personal opinion, and it needs it. Am I allowed to say this? Okay, so without getting into politics as such, I'm allowed to say, because they'll stop me if I'm not, that in my personal opinion, the United States is going to get its collective ASS kicked, and it needs it, because the United States on the whole has gotten arrogant and thinks it knows everything. And I'm not referring to everybody. There are demonstrations all over the place, yay. But at the same time, when one has demonstrations, and I've been a part of many since I was in my 20s, so we're going from the 1960s up to now. And here in Costa Rica, I'm going to be in a women's march this Saturday, March 8th. And for any ladies in Costa Rica, especially in Puerto Viejo, we're having a meeting on Friday at 4 o'clock at, Project Zell. It's a coffee shop across the street from the ice cream place. Please come. We made paintings, we made signs. I will speak in English. Someone can translate into Spanish, but I'll do it in English first because I'm really good in English. And then I'll do my modified Spanish because I'm so in Spanish and much slower, so I could say what I need to say. And while I speak on women's rights, you know I am. And that's a yes. And do I wish we didn't have to do this anymore? For sure. When I was in my 20s, 60 years ago, like you think I want to keep doing? No, I want us to be complete. But we are where we are. So for anybody that might be upset about whatever might be going on anywhere in your family, in yourself, in your love relationship, in your love-hate situationship, in whatever it might be, with your money, with your work, with anything, and remember who you are. And if you don't practice being the light, doing the breathing attunements, clearing what I will call self-insulting emotions. And I spell self, capital S, little S-E-L-F, soul, essence, self, ego, personality, self. If you are putting yourself down regularly in your own self-talk, that you need to stop. If that's what you were taught in your family, negative teaching. So You will end up relating to people that do that because you'll have a commonality there. I call it genetic karmic patterning. My guides gave me that, whoa, years ago, GKP. And that we help clear and disperse with knowledge and energy healings. It is not simply by changing your mind, because this stuff is in the cells. So it's deep cellular energy work. Can I do it? Yes. Do you need it? Most people do. It's nothing to be ashamed of. So allow that. Okay, so what did I say? Okay, so if you want to practice and there's somebody you're annoyed with, imagine the two of you as babies. Babies, cute, adorable little babies. Send love to both babies, to yourself and this other person. And move yourselves through your consciousness, through your choice of being, through the years, sending love and having the two of them relate to each other with that love accompanying whatever else they may be doing, till you get to the here and now. And there's that love there, even if there are differences of opinion, and then go beyond what we call the future. And I know, I'm not sure how to know this, that all time happens at the same time. A lot of metaphysicists say this. Bashar says this, the Z say this. I was taught this years ago with Patricia Hayes. I still don't know how to fully grok it. I get that it's like TV stations and you tune in one and the other. It's still a little beyond third dimensional thinking. Sorry. And my mind is not just three dimensional. I've got this quantum kind of head, and allow that. And if I have some challenge really grasping this whole thing, I would imagine most people do. So you do the best you can. Deal in the here and now. If you still see time as chronological and linear, that's how you relate to it for the moment. And definitely do stuff from a child, a baby, going through the years. Do it with your family. I don't know if I've ever met anyone that only had positive things to say about their family. I can't think of anyone. Everyone I have met that I can think of at the moment had some kind of issue with someone or saw stuff with other people, and that has an impact. Nobody escapes this. Nobody gets away free. So it's important to do the healing work. Now, people ostensibly in power, I will not mention names, I'm not allowed right now. The guides won't let me, so I'm not. Do you think they were taught how to deal with their feelings? No. No. Many were taught to be Nazis. Okay? And Nazis basically wanted to control everything except who they thought were the good ones. And that's a very narrow little thing. And then if those people disagreed, they were killed. I mean, and is that happening now? Yes, in certain areas. Do I think it's wonderful? No, I don't think it's wonderful. But if you get caught up in that and go to fear and go to whining and complaining, not my favorite thing, you're just going to be a victim. In fact, if what you do in life is whine and complain, you have already made yourself a victim. You have either purposefully or inadvertently made yourself a victim. Stop. You don't have to do that. Pick a higher energy. Go look at the Maslow, M-A-S, is it M-A-S-L-O-W or M-A-C? I think it's M-A-S-L-O-W. Ladder of emotions. And take yourself up. You don't have to go from here to the top one. Go to the next one and play in that vibration. Then go to the next higher and play in that vibration. And then in the next higher and play in that vibration. And absolutely every single day, if you skip a day, come in the next day. Don't go, oh, I skipped a day. Oh, stop that. Really, stop. You don't have to do that. That's all conditioning. It's conditioning. I am following the guidance right now that the guides are giving me, and it's saying, look, I'm in my 80s and I have the energy generally of a person chronologically with way less years than that. Why? Because I choose it, because I eat a certain way, because I do some exercise. I usually do a little more than I'm doing now, so I'm getting back up to that. I'm simply acknowledging where I have not done as much as usual, where I do my best to get sleep, and my sleep stuff is a little off. And if you refuse to do your version of eating healthful foods, and that does not mean they call it over processed food, I call it garbage, which is not very polite. I call most of it garbage and junk. If you're living on white bread and sodas and adulterated who knows what, you're not doing yourself any favor. If you're going to tell me it's cheaper, no, it's not. You're going to pay off with disease in your body. You like that? People are dying from it. And if you believe me, fine. And if you don't, there's a part of me that used to care. And if I say I don't care, you'll think, oh, I'm cold. But you know, it's your life. And there's enough written and quote scientific studies and all that. I don't have to say anymore. It's up to you to look. So it's like be eating stuff that's going to nourish your body. When I have a doctor here that I don't see all that often because my health is really good. He's also a herbalist. And I was feeling a little weak. So no, first when I went to the States, I had my annual physical exam. Everything was good. Then I came back to Costa Rica and saw him because he knows stuff they don't. And he told me, I have been a vegan, vegetarian for over 50 years. Yes, 51 years. And mostly raw vegan for easily 25 years or more. And he told me that now the black matter in my brain, which there's black matter in your brain, not just gray or white matter, and my mitochondria needed one egg a week. And I was like, ugh, okay, because I haven't eaten that. And a small piece of fish, 4 ounces, or meat once a month. I haven't done that yet. I haven't gotten myself to do that yet. And I had other people who know how to tune in on this because I wasn't going to listen. But they both said, yes, you actually need that now. So I have begun having 2, maybe 4 eggs a week, not all in the same day. I learned how to use my little stove that I've never used here because raw vegan. And so I know how to make a simple fried egg with olive oil and a little bit of the pink salt Himalayan. And I make it, it's delicious because I am good in the kitchen and Cancerian. Okay. I'm also good at healing and in a whole lot of other ways. And so I don't know if I'm feeling any different. He said, you'll feel different. I'm not sure. Okay. I know that my sleep is what it is. And if I don't get enough sleep, I'm the next day. And when I get enough, I have my normal huge energy. So, I mean, I'm moving through it. And I realize those of us that are empaths, and I am definitely an empath, are being affected by what's going on in the world. So if you're at all an empath, and if you know me and you're one of my clients, you are. And certainly if you've had healings and readings and situations and taken courses of mine, that's enhanced. So be really wise and aware of where you're spending your time, where you're investing your energy, your time, your money, with what kind of people, with what's going on in your brain, your own thoughts, and tweak them. If and when I start seeing mine go a little negative, okay, wait, we can't do that. And I talk to myself. And I will either stop that, watch a comedy, watch something that to me isn't all that important but entertaining, and I know that, but not harmful, because that's a no. To shift the frequency and the energy. I'm in Costa Rica. I will take a walk outside, go near the beach, and I'm right near a slew of beaches, and just breathing the air and bouncing along, I get renewed. And because I've been here now for a while, I know people, and they'll hello me, I'll hello them, and we have an interaction. And so that's the social interaction, and that lifts the frequency. So make sure you actually have friends, clear stuff with family members, clear it certainly within yourself. Do the morph course. Did I recommend that already? Audrey now, AudryeNow.com/morph, MORPH. I was supposed to have somebody change some of the prices in my website. I don't know if he did. Um, if you're good at that and you want to help me, let me know. We'll find some kind of medium of exchange. And if you don't, then I'm doing the best I can right now with what I have. And that's really where that is at. So, what else did I say you could do? So, from your baby, you bring yourself up, rewrite your life, do a practice. I have this in a couple of my seminars. Rewrite your life. Start when you are conceived, even start before that, when you're a consciousness floating in the in between, and you're choosing to come to earth. Program that you have love. Program that you know how to maintain the energy of love within yourself. And that when you're born, make it as easy a birth. I know some people, I will make it as hard as possible. So I get every challenge I can and I'll grow so much. Yay, me. But I will tell you, life on earth, it can be a challenge right from the get-go. So if you have chosen to program yourself with a whole lot of challenge so that you think you can grow faster, which some do, I may have done that because I've had enough, then stop right now. Put light into your birthing, whatever it might have been. You can go back in what looks like back in time through your consciousness. And I don't care what anyone tells you. I don't care if it's a different earth. I don't care any of that. It's your consciousness in you. Go back into that. Put energy and light into your remembrance and your experience of your birth. Make it loving and caring where you are loved. And if you weren't at the time, and if you were thrown away, if you were aborted, and I am a favor of, by the way, choice, just so you know, and bring that love energy as though it's surrounding you, not only as a placenta, but as the little body bag that we're in, the amniotic sac, and bring that through your whole life to you now. So there's love right around your Merkaba, and call on it and fill with it. And I mean this. Call on it now. Fill yourself with love now. I am sending you love right now. Allow that. And then, if you read about or you see going on the earth, that is their trip. We're all sharing the planet at the moment, and understand there is such a thing as karma. And years ago, I wanted to know for myself, is the world positive? Is it neutral? Is it negative? I did some of my own quote unquote testing, and I will tell you this, on the whole, it's positive. It is. So you, You, like me, us, get on the positive energy and vibration of it and allow yourself to allow it. If you have been so conditioned that you still do the negative, be aware that is you. And no matter how you think it came from, don't laugh it off. Take responsibility for it without it being a long face. And send that love into this second, even if you're crying, even if you think it can't get there. Yes, it can. And positivity is stronger than negativity. The light is always stronger than the density, no matter what it may appear to be on third dimension. The light is always stronger. It may take a moment for humans and who knows what to notice it, but that's okay. I mean, I'm nearsighted. I had an operation when I was 4, and I had cataract surgery a couple of years ago. And now and then, to read anything little, I have to wear these. Ta-da! And now and then I still can't read it. So, but I can see in this. And I would like to have clear eyes that could read easily. That may or may not happen in this life. Am I open to it? Yes. Do I still use these when I need to? Obviously, I have them right here at hand's reach. So you do those practices. What else? I wrote notes. So what else did I say? Play together, spin. Oh, spin like you're a I forget what, something hedron. Like what I grew up, we called it a Jewish star, call it a Solomon seal. One triangle and then over by the other triangle, spin them. That creates a special vortex of healing energy, and you can spin the separate areas, and there's a slew of triangles in it. But spin the whole thing, put yourself in it, and make it of light, gold and silver if you like. I like colors. Oh, frequency stones, see? Colors. I paint them. I live in them. I didn't create the stones, Creator did. I didn't create the paint, but I use it. And yes, I know it's plastic. I don't know any way to get around that yet. And this is the big, oh God, this one is heavy. This is not the biggest one. Look at these. You can have these. This one, I don't know, maybe it's $10. And the postage from Costa Rica to the United States, maybe 15. I have nothing to say on that. Maybe it's a little more, something like that. But then I have to buy stuff to mail it in because it's not like the States. I don't even know where to get some of this stuff. Some of it exists, some does not. But then you have this gorgeous thing that you can hold in your hand. And when you look at beauty, your frequency up levels, your heart opens, your brain relaxes. All this going on in some areas, you can help dissipate it. Do not align with sociopaths. There are too many already operating on the earth. A sociopath is someone and sociopathic behaving who only cares about the self. They don't care about anything else. They like cruelty. They enjoy it. They get off on it. You can refrain from allying with it. If you see some part of it in you, and I've seen it in a bunch of people, acknowledge it. Don't run, oh, I can't look at it. No, if we don't acknowledge what's there inside that can get reflected outside, you harm yourself. Not a good idea. Acknowledge it all. And then make a choice as to what you prefer to maintain and how you prefer to live. For umpteen and a half years, I've been telling people, live the life you choose to live. Do I? As much as possible. Did I always have the money for it? Heck no. Not even close. Not even remotely close. Right now, I am available and open and allowing, and I pick and choose. I mean, I'm in Costa Rica, and I am living here. And I go back and visit family and friends whenever I can. And if you're thinking, well, you're retired, you get a huge check. No, I am retired. I mean, I'm 82, but I still do healing work. I still do readings when I choose, with whom I choose. I still paint, doing a podcast. I make raw vegan food and 2 to 4 eggs a week. I haven't done the fish part yet. And you have choice. It's your choice. It's your life. And if you want to be a kvetch, then you be that. Am I going to let you in my energy? Probably not. No. Because I don't choose to be around that. It's very annoying to me. It's an old habit that some people have, and some people in my biological family had it. Now and then it was me. Now and then, if it still is me, I do and go, the kvetch factor. What am I learning? What do I need to do? What step can I take? Where is this coming from? What shall I tweak? Where can I send love? Do the internal work. It's your real job, your joy of being, J-O-B, joy of being. You are the important one. All right, what else? Yeah, bug. What else? Okay, so my own writing. So what else did I say I should do? Bring everyone up to now. Thanks. Spin the hexahedron. Put in the light. Yes. Put light into you all the time. Be a sparkling energy. Be a sparkling star. Absolutely. And embrace all of who you are. If you see something you don't like, embrace it. It's part of you. If it's something you choose to change, if you're changing it from love, then find the loving way to shift what it is. If it's simply a belief system, you may have to change your belief system. Okay, and allow that to be. Follow channeling platforms. Okay, let's see. Neutrals. If with all this, create a neutral zone and plop yourself in the neutral zone and allow yourself to go to neutral. Allow that energy to infuse you. And then you can lift up. Or go to the vortex. We all have the vortex. We put a lot of stuff in there. And call on the light. It's yours. Call on it. Call on your guides. Call on whatever your language is. Call on your energies. Make sure you're clearing yourself regularly. Make a choice to desire peace, and then you have to be peace. You can't go, I want peace, and then you're running around with hateful language. No. If your internal dialogue is a mess, and mine can be disgusting, then you put that into a goblet of gold, send it to the guides when you go to sleep, ask it to be turned into light and sent back to you. There are many different behaviors. Nobody has to stay in the midst of whatever. Read Esther Hicks. See if anything she's teaching works for you. Look at some of the Bashar stuff. See if any of that works. Look at all my stuff. Go on my website, Audrey Now, AudryenoW. Look at those paintings. Buy some, okay? Most of them are in the United States. The frequency stones are in Costa Rica. You have to take an action. Get out and take a walk. Wash your face. Wash your other parts. Cry out your sorrow. And if you decide, and this is your choice, that you do want and choose to live, find a reason to live. And not just, oh, I'm afraid to die. Not a good enough reason. In my 20s, I had considered suicide because I just did not like stuff happening. Did not. And then I remembered a moment I was happy and I thought I'm going to build on that. Plus, I didn't know what happened after you died and I didn't want to be a nothing. But when I had my near-death experience, which I had when I was birthing my daughter, and no, it was not from whatever they put on you to put you out. I spoke to the shiny light beings. That's a whole other conversation. So I was in that energy of light and love. And let me tell you, that's real. That's what we go to. If you think, well, you're a miserable excuse for a person, and maybe I'm not, which you don't know. But even if you think you're a miserable excuse for a person, you're still going to go to that place of light, and then you will be taught wherever they will take you for you to have your life review. And you will learn, and the guides will help you evolve. So, folks, you deserve to be alive. You deserve to have peace. And I'll see if I'm allowed to say what I want to say now. So hold on. Okay, so what I'm allowed to say is the situation in the US is not going to stay the same. Personally, it's going to get worse for a little while till people learn. And when enough learn and take appropriate action, it'll be shifting. And will everybody, all the players, prominent ones and not so prominent one, keep their positions? I don't think so. That's all I'm allowed to say. I see stuff, I know stuff. I'm not allowed to say it on this podcast. I have to keep it spiritual, not political. So go, and as I said, go to Revealing Light, Tarot, Astrology, Spirituality, and watch her. She posts twice a week. Usually you'll see the post if you're in the States on a Thursday and on a Sunday. And there's another one. It's Susan Lynn, I think her name is, Spiritual Navigator or Spirit Navigator. I forgot her last name. She had one very recent post where she goes into detail about blah, 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 which I'm not allowed to on this podcast. I recommend you find it. I don't have the link. I may have written it down, but I don't remember where I put it. And watch that. I don't watch all her stuff. I don't know all her stuff. I do look at Marianne's stuff on Revealing Light, and I can recommend her highly. So lots of love. You could tell her you got it from Audrey. She doesn't yet know me, but tell her on Moving Forward and put a link. There's some kind of link here, and let her know. Do I still have time? Holy cow. So what I want to do is do some cards. So I'm going to put this here. These are cards for you. This is the soul deck. So it's in this silk packaging. Okay, see? Which, yes, I could use a new one. Because one is meant to keep, insofar as I know, tarot decks, in silk. So let me pick a card to represent the collective. And pay attention. You're part of the collective. So am I. We are all aspects of the collective. And stop worrying. All this going on, either take a positive step align with something positive and the light, or somehow be quiet. And I know that not everyone wants to hear me say that, but I'm saying it. Refrain from adding your worry and pain and all that to it. I know, and I don't like saying this, that that's where a lot of people live. They live in pain and agony and kvetchy and all that. Most people, and have I looked at this? Yes, I have, are more motivated by fear than they are by love. Okay, hold on, let me focus. And if that's you, really notice it. Don't get angry. That's not going to help. Notice and make choices about what you want to do about it. What little something, what big something, what anything can you shift? Shifting even one relatively, okay, this popped out. Okay, so this is a card of the higher guidance, whatever you want to call it. Some will say angel, highest light, not always letting someone see. Some people see this as justice, but justice will prevail. Justice with light, with energy, shall prevail. That was a gift. I didn't pick it. Now hold on. So this is the card. Can you see it? This is the card I selected. This is a soul deck. Okay, so here, right side up. See it? A person, higher self, ego self, hands out to receive. So allow yourself to keep uplifting your frequency and be open to receive from the universe, to receive the blessings. Ask for what you would like to have. Ask, and then take steps to allow it. And when you take certain actions, like Bashar says, follow, he has 5 steps. Follow your passion. Do it till you can't do it anymore or it's not there. 3, have no choice, nothing about what it's going to give or do. Do it for the sheer joy and, as Denise Lynn used to say, intoxication of doing. 4, what was the 4th one? Okay, I don't remember them all in order. But one of them is don't try to tell it where to go or what to do. Do it for the shared joy. And the 5th is release every kind of negative belief system that you may have. And then see what happens. And if you're going to ask, am I doing that? Yeah, the best I can. Yes. Okay, so that's this deck. Put that here. And let's see what we get on the Rune deck. The runes are ancient, ancient, ancient. They're Celtic. Okay, it's a little deck. Okay, so hold on. Ta-da, runes. The Book of Rune Cards by Sacred Play for Self-Discovery. Okay. I picked number 25, the unknowable. So, oh, it's the same colors. Okay, and this is also from the unknowable. So let me read what this means from the one who put this together. We go a little over an hour. Please stay with us. But again, your choice. I'm glad we got up. Yay, because at first I didn't. Was it number 20? What number is it? 25. See, this is why I've got those glasses. Do I like having glasses? Not particularly. Okay, so let me put them on. And I just have them here. Hold on. Where are they? All right, I will do my best to read it until I find them again. The unknowable. That's not good. The unknowable. No, that's not this one. The unknowable. 25. The unknowable. Okay. The blank room. So, let me tell you, it's hard to see. Blank is the end, blank is the beginning. This is the rune of total trust and should be taken as exciting evidence of your most immediate contact with your own true destiny, which time and again rises like the phoenix from the ashes of what we call fate. Drawing the unknowable, ta-da, drawing the unknowable can portend a death, but that death is mainly symbolic. Nope, can't do that either. And only exists in and this I cannot, wait, hold on. My glasses have to be here. No, they're not in here. Not here. This is why. Hold on. You can't be far. Here they are. Okay, so the blank rune, total trust, surrender, relinquishing control. All this is only words. Look into the night sky and tell me what you see. Blank is the end, blank the beginning. This is the rune of total trust and should be taken as exciting evidence of your most immediate contact with your own true destiny, which, time and again, rises like the phoenix from the ashes of what we call fate. Drawing the unknowable can portend a death, but that death is usually symbolic and may relate to any part of your life as you are living it now. Relinquishing control is the ultimate challenge for the spiritual warrior. Here, the unknowable informs you that it is in motion in your life. In that blankness is held undiluted potential. At the same time, both pregnant and empty, it comprehends the totality of being, all that is to be actualized. And if indeed there are, quote, matters hidden by the gods, close quote, you need only remember what beckons is the creative power of the unknown. The blank rune may bring to the surface your deepest fears. Will I fail? Will I be abandoned? Will it all be taken away? And yet, your highest goal, your truest possibilities, and all your fertile dreams are held within that blankness. Willingness and permitting are what this rune requires. That blankness, is what this rune requires. For how can you exercise control over what is not yet in form? The blank rune, the unknowable, often calls for no less an act of courage than the empty-handed leap into the void. Drawing it is a direct test of faith. The unknowable represents the path of karma, the sum total of your actions and of their consequences. At the same time, this rune teaches that the very depths of old karma shift and, God, this is hard, shift and evolve as you evolve and evolve, as you shift and evolve. Nothing is permanent. Whenever you draw this rune, take heart. Know that the work of self-change is progressing in your life. So all that stuff that we were talking about, I was listening, going on right now is in shift. I told you that. I could say more, but the guides don't want me to, right? It was this my bra. I don't want my bra showing. Okay. So it's cute. It's purple, but no. Anyway, so allow that. This means you have to take some kind of action, internal and external. Simply sitting there is not going to cut it. That means you, me. All of us. Okay, so we'll put this over there. I'm putting this in its little box. I'm going to keep doing these cards for a while. I am learning them as I do them. I have other decks. I really like these, and when I decide it's time to change, I will. Maybe I'll do the rune stones. Do I have them? Yeah, I do. Okay, so now we're going to get the medicine cards, which I also adore and love. And I'd like to have some cards and decks and books written by people other than white. And please don't tell me you're white, but you got a little bit of this. Okay? I understand that. All right. Medicine cards. Not that any are better or worse. It might simply be another perspective, and I am open to that. So these are the medicine cards. Medicine cards. Okay, so let's see what's the card for the collective, and that means you. Whether you come to it right now live, whether you come to it later, whether you never come to it at all, it means you. Okay, so what showed up was frog, came out as a gift. I'll look it up, 38. And let's see what I pick. 38 is also an 11, so it's the master, creator, intuitive. And the one I mouse with that little detail. So let's look at what these cards are. Where does it go? All right, I'll put it. Here's where it goes. So let's look up first frog, 38. No, I don't have these memorized, not even close, a few of them. But I don't know frog. Oh, excuse me. Frog. Cleansing. Sing, frog, sing, call the rains, quench the dryness, cleanse the earth, then fill me up again. Frog sings the songs that bring the rain and make the road, dirt more bearable. Frog medicine is akin to water energy and the east on the medicine wheel. Frog teaches us to honor our tears, for they cleanse the soul. All water rights belong to frog. Where am I? All water rights belong to frog, including all initiations by water. I am a water sign. Cancer is a water sign. It's the moon goddess. Water prepares and cleanses the body for sacred ceremony. It is the element we understand best in the womb. Frog, like ourselves, is a polywog in the fetal waters and only learns to hop after it experiences the world of fluidity. The transformations into adulthood prepares frog for its power to call in the waters of the skies, the rain. In knowing the element of water, frog can sing the song that calls the rain to earth. When the ponds are dry, frog calls upon the thunder beings to cleanse and replenish the earth with water. Like frog, we are asked to know when it is time to refresh, purify, and refill the coffers of the soul. I'm going to suggest you check what water you drink and bathe in and wash your food in and anything else, because there are issues with water in the United States, in the world, on the planet, and in Costa Rica. There are issues. And my fabulous water machine is broken. If frog hopped into the cards you chose today, its ribbit may be calling in the cleansing you need. If you were to look at where you are today, would you use any of the following words to describe your conditions? Tired, overloaded, harried, frustrated, guilty, itchy, nervous, at a loss, empty, or weakened. Any of that describe you? If so, take a break and allow yourself to bathe, B-A-T-H-E, in the waters of frog medicine. This can mean a long, relaxing bath, discovering the phone. No, disconnecting the phone, not discovering it, disconnecting the phone, yelling stop, or taking in deep cleansing breaths, which we did a bunch today. The key thought is to find a way to rid yourself of distractions and to replace the mud with clear energy. Then replenish your part spirit, body, and mind. An ability of frog medicine people is to give support and energy where it is needed. A frog medicine person can clean negativity from the environment. Many mediums or clairvoyants who work with cleaning haunted houses carry frog medicine. If you're going to ask, have I done that? Only a little bit. It's not really my favorite thing, but a little bit. I've definitely helped clean energy from homes and people. That, yes. Many of the world's seers use water on their hands when tapping into the realms of reality due to water's superconductive nature. In Mayan and Aztec shamanistic practices, the shaman places water in his or her mouth and sprays it over the body of a patient to clear away negative energy. This is done while holding the thought of frog firmly in the mind so that healing may occur and the person may be replenished with positive energy. Sometimes dried and stuffed frogs, I do not use that, are also used to guard the person during the session. Frog speaks of new life and harmony through its rain song. The deep, sorry about my eyes, folks. The deep tones of frog's ribbit are said to be a call to the thunder beings, thunder, lightning, and rain. The ribbit is the heartbeat that comes into harmony with Father Sky and calls for the replenishment of indeed. Call to frog and you find peace in this joy of taking time to give to yourself. A part of this giving is cleansing yourself of any person, place, or thing that does not contribute to your new state of serenity and replenishment. And pay attention to that. It's another way of saying what I said earlier about staying away from all people disseminating anger, rage, lies, BS, all that. Nah. Do not participate with them. Do not. Now, that was the gift. The one I picked was mouse. And mouse is about dealing with details, 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 details. 20, mouse. How do I know? I've gotten mouse for myself in the past a few times. Mouse. Mouse. Ta-da! 20, mouse. Scrutiny. Mouse. If I could see the world through your tiny eyes, maybe then I would know how to scrutinize. Every detail carries weight, and true to its purpose, has its perfect puzzle place to stop the three-ring circus. Okay, so here's what it says about mouse. I'm going to curl up here. Mouse says, I will touch everything with my whiskers in order to know it. Paradoxically, this is both a great power and a great weakness. It is great medicine to see up close. It is good medicine to pay attention to detail, but it is bad medicine to check every little thing to pieces. That's like Virgo, 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 Virgo. Mouse has many predatory enemies, including birds, snakes, and cats. Since mouth is food for many, it has a highly developed sense of danger at every turn. So-called civilization is a highly complex set of components which calls for more and more organizational skills and scrutiny to detail every year. Okay, where am I? I'm reading over here. Mouse is a powerful medicine to have in these modern times. Things that might appear insignificant to others take an enormous importance to mouse. Mouse people augurs many other medicine types because they appear to be nitpickers. Mouse people will spot the lint on your coat, even if it matches in color. They will try to convince you that the smallest task is fraught with difficulties. They are focused on methodology. They sort and categorize and file away for later use. They may seem like they are hoarding, but this is the farthest thing from mouse's mind. They are merely putting everything in order so that they will be able to explore it more fully and carefully at a later date. The chiefs tell us that without mouse, there would be no systematization of knowledge. Mouse ended Renaissance man and hearkened the age of specialization. Mouse knew from the very beginning that there is always more to learn. One can always delve deeper and deeper and deeper. If your personal medicine is mouse, it is for the moment both of these. You may be fearful of life, but very well organized with a compartment for everything. You should try to see a larger picture than the one staring you in the face. Develop largesse of spirit. Do your best to become aware of the great dance of life. Realize that even though you may be sitting in Los Angeles, there is also New York, a moon, a solar system, a galaxy, and an infinite universe. Jump high, little mouse, little friend. You will glimpse the sacred mountain. If mouse is in your card spread, it is right now. Its medicine is telling you